Hi everyone, and welcome to the instructional video on how to make a dichotomous key. In class the last few days, we have been discussing how we classify organisms. One good way to do this is by means of a dichotomous key, which is a guide one uses to identify an object using a series of choices to narrow them down. These choices are based on physical characteristics. There are two styles of dichotomous keys. The first is the branching one as seen here, where you can choose to go either one way or the other. So you can either choose to go the plant route or the animal route. The other style is the one that's depicted here, where the information is displayed more like choices, and the two characteristics you are comparing are one on top of the other. So, right here. There is no difference in the efficacy of either of these. They are simply stylistic differences in different ways of organizing the same information. One important thing to remember is that at each branching point, there are two available choices, or two possible directions to go in. Think of this as a fork in the road where you have to pick from one of two possible directions to travel in. For example, in the leaf choice right here, you can select either needle leaves or non-needle leaves. Your choices couldn't be round needles, flat needles, or non-needle leaves because that gives us three options instead of two. And dichotomous means divided into two parts, so it's very important that only two choices are given. Dichotomous keys are primarily used for the purposes of identifying species. This is the sort of information often found in field guides for flowers, insects, trees, and the like. Today, we are going to construct a dichotomous key together. We will make a simple one to help us identify the following fruit: raspberries, pineapple, bananas, grapefruit, oranges, and grapes. I'm going to make my title here. So we need to carefully select our identifiers, which provide us with only two choices or two possible directions to go in. So the one that I've selected is either citrus fruit or non-citrus fruit. So when you're making a dichotomous key, you need to number your steps as we've done here. Number 1 is our first step, and indicate the direction that you take at the end of the line. So here, if we have a citrus fruit, we're going to go to step 2 next. While if we have a non-citrus fruit, we're going to go to step 3 next. So first we're going to deal with our citrus fruit. An easy way to identify them is by looking at the color of the flesh. So I'm going to say orange flesh for the first one. And pink or red flesh for the second one. So if we have orange flesh, this means that we have an orange. If we have pink or red flesh, then that means that we have grapefruit. Since we couldn't narrow these down anymore, we've revealed their identities. So now we have to select our next identifiers for our remaining 4 fruit. I'm going to pick grow in bunches and grow individually. So if they grow in bunches, we're going to go to step 4. If they grow individually, we're going to go to step 5. Since neither step isolated any more fruit to reveal their identities, we need more identifiers. So for the bunched fruit, I'm going to focus on their shape. So if we have round fruit, or if we have elongated fruit, I'm just going to put in B. So if we have round fruit, then that means that we have grapes. If we have elongated fruit, then that means that we have bananas. So now we've identified 2 more, and that means that we have 2 fruits remaining. For the remaining 2 fruit, there's a really large difference in their appearance, so we can factor that into our chosen identifier. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to put large leaves and spikes. Oops. And lacking large leaves and spikes. So if large leaves and spikes, that means that it's a pineapple, and lacking, it's a raspberry. So now we've identified all of our fruit and successfully constructed our dichotomous key. Thank you for watching, and refer back to this video if you need help for your dichotomous key assignment, or you can come see me for help. Bye!